Hi, I'm Kuldeep, founder at PensionBox, and I'm recording this not from a fancy studio but from the place where we started our startup. This is Tundla Junction, and we are recording our second edition of the newsletter Inside the Box. With this newsletter, we're going to break down everything about pension and retirement for you so that you make a fine decision about your retirement future and be better future ready. Let's break down an entire myths information about employer NPS aka corporate NPS in this video where you get to know whether you should opt in or opt out or make a fine decision. This will help out HRs also where they can know is there beneficial for them to roll out. Myth number 1. Limited tax benefits. NPS doesn't have any tax benefits when it comes to new tax regime. That's wrong. Let me break it down into two parts. First, self-contribution and second, employer contribution. Self-contribution are the one where you make your contribution in NPS account, which is limited to 50,000 and 80 CCD 1B. But if your company does it, that's another section which is 80 CCD 2, and in that you get tax benefits in old regime, which is up to 10% of your basic. In new regime, it will be 14% of your basic. Myth number 2 is it's complicated for companies and HRs and employers to execute it. That is also wrong. One of the companies that we onboarded on PensionBox told us that the bank told them they need a current account to do this, which is not entirely true. You don't need a current account. You don't need to set up multiple things. It's entirely digital. You can do it in 5 simple steps. First, companies gets onboarded. Second, they roll it out to employees digitally. Third, employee choose a particular percentage. Fourth, they cut from the payroll and adjust that from the salary. Fifth, employee gets the tax benefit and the contribution every month. Myth number 3 is that companies feel there'll be charges for them to execute this, which is also wrong. Companies have to pay zero cost to enable this free benefit for their employees and doesn't have to pay any charge when it comes to annual charges or maintenance charges or annual fees, which is there in PF but not in NPS. It's absolutely free for companies to do it. There is no extra cost. There is no extra charges for you to enable this for your employees. Myth number 4, only big companies do this. That's wrong. Anyone who's an MSME, startup, a small company, a small team, or a big company, anyone can do corporate NPS or enable corporate NPS as a zero cost. We have more than 50 companies which is smaller in size and doing this for their employees, and we can help you do that entirely. There's no limitation when it comes to size of a company or a shape of a company. With that, I'm going to conclude everything saying that for employees, it's good that you can save up some taxes even in new tax regime, and that's one of the last resort to have. For HRs, it's one of the last benefit at a zero cost that you can give to your employees, and it's voluntary, so it's not forcible on anyone. We help you do that. Any banks can help you do that, but watch out for these myths. At last, I just want you to understand corporate NPS or any other product out there with the maximum information, the right information in the right way. With the open mind, you can explore. If you looks good, then you can do about it. If it doesn't look good, you can skip it. We can help you out as a pension company in this particular segment. But don't fall for the myths. Get the right information when you get it. I hope this helps. See you in the next edition. And thank you so much for giving so much love for the first edition. We crossed more than 1,500 subscribers in the first week. I hope we made a difference together. See you in the next edition.